Afternoon, everybody. Just having a little bit of live stream chat here while I'm on my lunch break. Won't be very long, but just figured I'd hop on here, update everybody on what's been going on lately, and have a little bit of a chat, see who drops in. Just having a little bit of cold coffee here on my lunch break. As for personal updates, Dad's doing well. He insisted on coming out in the driveway, helping with the brake repair that I was going to do last week, but didn't get around to. Went ahead and got that done this morning. Hey, Corsair, Steve, how you doing? But yeah, Dad's doing well. He's doing well enough to get up and come outside and work a little more than we wanted him to, helping me do the brakes. But I'm glad he did because he definitely made it go faster. Hey, CR, how you doing? But yeah, he's up and around, up and down, back and forth, doing well. As for myself, oh, happy birthday to helper number one. Living the dream. How you doing? Yeah, Steve, he's been surprisingly well. He's recovering faster than we had right to hope for. He's doing. We were going to really keep him down for at least a month, but he's already up and doing stuff. So he's not hurting when he does it. So that's really what matters. Yeah, thanks, guys. So yeah, personal updates. Just working. Had my exit interview with owners who I really like for a current older job, and needless to say, they were pretty surprised by what's been going on inside their establishment. Now, I did not really expect things to go well enough for them to convince me to stay, but I was able to get into a lot more than I ever expected I'd be able to get into. We had a very frank discussion about what's been going on here, and it got me thinking enough to at least hang around. We were able to reframe my position here, I think, enough to at least let me hang on for a little while and see how things are going, see how the winds blow for a while. I told them there's no way I'm ever not going to be watching my back here, but it could be interesting to see how things play out from now on. But things are going really well. New job. I'm going to be the new social media head. I'm going to take care of all of their Instagram, Facebook stuff, and moving along pretty well there, I think. Doing some advanced training already. So definitely going to be a very busy time. Doing 12 and 13-hour days lately with very little break between jobs, but that's just sort of the way that goes. But I'm going to hope to rein it in, get my schedule worked out, and still plan on going to do some school later on in the year. It might be a little less than what I was planning on, depending on how things go. But I'm really enjoying a new job, and I think things are negotiated at job one, old job, at least enough to hang around for now. Anna, how you doing? Yeah, Steve. I usually do. I do 10-hour shifts pretty often here. It's anywhere from 5 to 10-hour shifts. I do overtime pretty regularly here, but oh yeah, you don't put in hours, you put in home hours. But it's been pretty busy lately trying to get everything done at home, take care of everything that I need to take care of, and hop between jobs, try to get YouTube out. But hopefully, and for a while, doing the whole job search and going to the hospital and helping with Dad, renovating the house, getting it ready for him to be able to move around in it. But hopefully here soon with both places working with me on the schedule and a lot of my responsibilities some of my responsibilities at both places being ones that I can shuffle and work odd hours with should work out pretty well. So going to be busy. It's really bugging me that I've completely lapsed on my YouTube output. I really want to keep up my video output here. So hopefully that is something I can get to working on. Yeah, Anna, I really miss being around. It bums me out that I'm not around as much as I have been. I have multiple videos worth of comments to get back to, and that's going to be hours worth of work. 2 or 3 videos, depending on how many comments are on those videos, can take 2 hours for me to respond to properly. So I'm looking for the enough time to respond to all the comments that I've left unresponded in the past week or so, ever since Dad's surgery. But I'll get there. We'll get back around to where I'm able to do all my things and this as well. But yeah, Steve, it is. I've worked for myself quite a bit, just not like in a full owning a business setting, but in having a roster of clients that I do personal services for. And yeah, I definitely enjoy that when you're setting your own hours, when you don't have to worry about juggling around with everybody else. But it is also very hectic in the sense of you have to scrape for everything that you end up doing. But at the same time, I really do not like working with or working for people. I like working with people, but I don't like being beholden to others, and I don't like not being able to control my gains for my productivity. I like to be able to keep my efforts, my past efforts. And when you work for other people, when other people have a hand in what's reported about how hard you work, you often do not get credit for a lot of what you do. I often have liked the idea of doing consultation work, of helping people avoid the kinds of problems that I often see in business, in industry. Most places do not have an internal efficiency regulator going on, and most places that I've worked, you can walk in there and see where they're losing their money, where they're losing their man hours. And that's the kind of thing that I've often thought would be pretty interesting to come along and be able to help people with, just become an expert and help, an efficiency expert. Because I just do not like being beholden to others and having my hard work taken away from me. What time? Well, Steve, I can't just ignore comments. I've thought about that, just being like, you guys had a tough time. But you know what? I really and actually do learn so much from the comments and get so many of my video ideas from things that you guys mentioned. It just wouldn't feel right leaving all of that conversation. I mean, I might not be able to go through and respond with multiple sentence responses because I try to respond to everything. But sometimes you guys leave multiple paragraph responses. That's like responding to a letter, and I love it. But that's where it does get a little bit time consuming. But no, I definitely need to go read back through and at least respond to some of them because that's where the bread and butter is. Hey, Westman, how you doing? Yeah, I appreciate that, Anna and Steve. But at the same time, like I said, I do enjoy it. It's something it's been on my to-do list. But each day I get home and I've been meaning to do a live stream at night for the last couple nights, but I just keep letting it go because I realize I need to let myself sleep. No, Anna, I actually really do like that, but I make it a point to try to respond to each new idea within them, and that's where it takes me a while because I end up writing the novels to respond to it. Yeah, Wayne, it's a part of a health regimen, I'm told, is to get enough sleep. yes, it's one of those things where I have to make myself stop drinking the coffee at a certain time of the day so that I'm allowed to sleep at night. Hey, Food Forest, how you doing? Yeah, Steve. I wish during the year 2016, I only slept about 2 hours a night, mostly because of insomnia. And I could keep that up on purpose if I needed to, but I simply cannot let myself go into my bedroom. I'm so conditioned that whenever I go into my bedroom, I start getting tired. So even whenever I go in there to set it up for a live stream, I start feeling lethargic, and it breaks my metabolism routine. So I need to figure out some other way to do stuff at night because if I sit down, if I go into my bedroom or anything, the hormones kick in. Well, and that's the same for me, Anna. But uh, if you're in the mindset for it to affect you, if you're up and moving around, then it will. Um, so that's a lot of my routine is geared around controlling my metabolism because if I don't, I'll be up all night long. So I stop the coffee at a certain point and switch over to burning off the caffeine, going to the gym and things like that, working on YouTube. Because, I use the coffee like jet fuel and I can fall asleep just after having drank a cup of coffee. But if I continue to be in a productive frame of mind too late at night, um, then I could end up staying up till just a couple hours before work. And sometimes that's okay, sometimes it's not. Oh, you bet, Food Forest. Always glad you guys drop in. Turkey or salmon? Yeah, they've got the I forget what it is that causes drowsiness. I like melatonin if I'm going to be able to sleep properly, but I often sleep less than eight. I rarely sleep 8 hours, even whenever I'm sleeping in. So I don't like whenever I wake up and the melatonin is still in my system. But there are certain meals that will definitely knock me out. A gerbil? Yeah, Wayne. Well, that's the same for me. I'm an overthinker, so I'll lay it there at night and run things over in my head. Yeah, and I think it's sort of like a young guy thing. I think it's um, sort of an instinctive thing to just want to do overnighters or hey Anthony, how you doing? I'm doing good, man. Just working one job today. It'll be about 10, 11 hours, but should be pretty easy. How are you doing? How's the family? Everybody doing all right? But yeah, and definitely young guys tend to have that random insomnia that's not really insomnia. It's just a lack of the need to sleep. Old Spanish maps of the Southwest. That's pretty cool. Let me know if you think you found any treasure, and I'll come do an adventure with you. The Apex. What does that mean, Anna? Is that? I don't know what that is. Well, I'm glad everyone's doing all right there, Palmetto. Good. Bad storm, cable and internet, but not all day. So you've been having a minor SHTF. Oh, I bet it was, Weswin. I was actually thinking that would be pretty interesting because um, I enjoy history quite a bit, so I wouldn't uh, be surprised how much has changed, even just with geography. You go back 100 years or so, some of the stories that you hear make it clear how much things have changed, how much we've engineered to change, just how much some things have changed on their own. Hey, D Mac, how you doing? Just a heads up, we got about 20 minutes left. Well, just a small biker group. There's a couple biker groups of about 40 bikes that come by here pretty often, but protein makes you sleepy, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, video games will definitely make young men kick into no sleep mode. I can't tell you how many times I've spent all night long playing games and then working all day and playing all night. Right on, Dan. Yeah, I can survive without the internet. I just miss you guys. Yeah, I sort of have to keep myself from getting into video games because I do have a video game addictive personality. I like getting lost in fun or exciting worlds, but I simply do not have the time. Oh, really? I dropped out? Probably have a few customers inside getting on the internets. All right, cool. Thanks, Steve. What are you guys all up to today? I'll just be working here till like 10 o'clock Pacific time. All right, Steve. Yeah. Well, thanks for dropping in. Hope you guys have a good time. What are you guys going to go? What are you having for dinner? I'm Snow. I'll be making pizza all night long. I lived off grid for a whole summer. I didn't go without internet because I had my cell phone, but I was off the grid. Oh yeah, Tony. Lots of cutting up trees. Later, Steve. Have a good night. Good talking to you. Catch you later on. Happy birthday to helping number one. Pizza the Hut. No, I'm Pizza Solo. Tyler Oven Walker. We make the good hand tossed pizza with big stone with flames behind it. It's a good stuff. I could probably honestly say it's some of the best pizza I've had. Pizza the Hut. Much better than Pizza Hut. Call me the pizza slinging slasher. Looks like I'm already behind on that one. I've had worse nicknames before. That's all right. Everybody say hi to my coworkers. Some of them are watching me live stream out here, and they might drop in and say hi. Hi, Tyler's coworkers. Nice, Anthony. I've actually never made my own homemade pizza, but thinking about leaving here has actually made me want to look at doing it, because I'd be bummed to never just make my own pizza again. So now that I'm hanging out for a little while, I'm going to learn how we make our dough, so I know all the portions. Nice. Trying to get everybody here to get ready to survive the end of the world, but they all just think I'm crazy. Good kind of crazy, I hope. Favorite pizzas and toppings. The one that I usually make for myself is an olive oil base with minced garlic and water, and then pizza cheese, pepperoni and chicken, and the cheese on top of those two to keep them from crisping. And then I cook it till it's crisp. Near the end, I add slices of pepper jack cheese on top, because the pepper jack will melt and separate if you cook it all the way through. And then I dip it in ranch and a spicy Cajun ranch sauce. Then I also like to occasionally make a breakfast burrito pizza, which is Alfredo or gravy mixed base with cheese, scrambled eggs, Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage, hash browns, and then picante sauce and sour cream to dip. But we do have the mother load, which is a meat lover's pizza with salami, pepperoni, sausage, meatballs, onions, olives, and roasted peppers. That one's good. Hey, Warsaw Patriot. Thanks for dropping in. Welcome in. Just having a live stream, lunchtime chat here. Nothing serious, no real theme to the conversation today. Right now we're talking about pizza. But we're just chatting. Usually we talk about prepping and a lot of different random things related to prepping. But glad you dropped in. Got a good community here. So a lot of these guys are great channels you might want to check out. Pizza with bacon, right on. Thinner crust, garlic butter, mozzarella, tomatoes, and basil, spinach, mushrooms, red onions. I've made a lot of things pretty similar to that. Doesn't sound similar to a margarita or something like that. Bacon goes good with everything. I like an olive oil-based pizza with bacon on it. I actually don't really like a lot of pizzas with red sauce. I feel like it's too acidic and it washes out a lot of the other flavors. Are you in Warsaw? Because yeah, they do have a lot of problems with that. Hawaiian with bacon and onions. Westwood, Wayne, you'd probably like our smokehouse. It's a barbecue with chicken, pineapple, onions, and bacon. Family from Poland. Yeah. Oh, so you're in the U.S.? Okay. Yeah. Well, the U.S. does have a lot of problems with the Second Amendment. I'm from Idaho, so I consider myself to be in a different country with different Second Amendment rules. But um, we're all from the same family. Fire. I'm in Pacific, so right now it's 4:42. How you doing today? Barbecue, ranch, chicken, onion, and cheese, bacon crumbles. Yeah, that's sounds sort of like a smokehouse pizza, rodeo pizza. Illinois, Missouri, right on there, Warsaw. Uh, Missouri, I think, is a little more lax than Illinois. Yeah, CR, you're not too far from me compared to some of these guys. Yep, I'm going to be kicking off here in the next 5 minutes, going back to work, and I'll be working for another 5 hours. Right on, Warsaw. Yeah, there's definitely sheriffs in a lot of places that are not going to go for it, but it's a writing on the wall kind of thing. Even in rural areas of very gun-controlled areas, you might have a while, but it spreads. Really. That's cool, Warsaw. I haven't heard much about it aside from just people complaining, so it'd be cool if things got better there. Well, I'll be heading out here in a few minutes. What do you guys got going on the rest of the night?
Where was this energy when we were moving? Just kidding. Just kidding.
You show faster your battle moves, buddy.
What did you do?
You're a little action at the birthday party.
All right, guys. Well, yep, I'm going to get going and change back into work clothes and get back to work. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hopefully, I'll be able to get back in the groove, and you'll be seeing a bit more of me lately, or coming up, than you have lately, as I get more into my groove. Right on, Wayne. I think that's pretty cool. It'd be cool to hear more about that from you in a video or something like that in the future. Nice, Anna. Cool. All right. Well, you guys have a good night. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you being here. Good talking to y'all. And I'll be seeing you around. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.